I just watched some of this footage back and I realized during this whole video I had my crazy wispies. So, yeah. Welcome to the baby hairs. I guess they snuck out and they hung out with us for the whole video. So yeah, enjoy. Hi, my name is Tasha and welcome to my channel. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. If you are new to this channel, hi, welcome. I am working on making videos about stay-at-home mom life, tiny home life, and running and staying active. So if any of that interests you and you would like to see more, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button down below and hit like on this video to let me know if you enjoyed it and want to see more things like this in the future. So today's video, I actually wanted to talk about my breastfeeding journey with both of my boys. August was National Breastfeeding Month, and or like World Breastfeeding Month or Breastfeeding Awareness, something along those lines. So I wanted to talk about my journey and my experience breastfeeding. You will actually most likely be seeing this video at the beginning of September though, just because I am still trying to get the hang of trying to record and edit and figure all of that out. So bear with me for just a little bit because I'm working on trying to upload once a week. I am slowly getting there and hopefully it will just get easier as time goes on. Now, first off, let me just say that I am talking about my experience breastfeeding. I am not at all saying that one is better than the other. Whether you decide to breastfeed, you use formula, or however you feed your baby and whatever works best for you and your baby, I think is amazing. And stick with what works for you. I just wanted to share my experience and talk about what I personally went through and how that all unfolded. So my firstborn Talon, when I was pregnant with him, I honestly did not do very much research when it came to breastfeeding. I kind of thought, okay, you give birth to your baby, you just kind of, plop them on and everything kind of works itself out, which is not at all the case, at least in my experience with Talon. That was not what I went through. After Talon was born, he would not latch at all. I would have nurse after nurse come in trying to help me. I had the lactation consultant coming in trying to help me. I also had my midwife coming in trying to help me. So I had amazing support, but we just weren't quite figuring it out at first, and it was the worst thing ever. There are few things I feel like worse than the frustration you feel when all you want to do is feed your baby and your baby is crying and he's hungry and you just want to feed him and you can't. You just can't figure it out. He won't latch, you can't get the positioning right, and you're exhausted. He's exhausted, like everybody's exhausted, and it's just so frustrating and so difficult. But I was able to get Talon to latch thanks to a nurse who came in and handed me a nipple shield. If you don't know what a nipple shield is, it's pretty much like a clear piece of plastic that's in the shape of a nipple that you put on over yours, and it kind of, in some cases, can help them latch a little bit easier, and that is what worked for us. And I was so thankful that she brought that in and we were able to get that figured out, and we actually ended up using the nipple shield for 9 months, which I know in a lot of cases most people only have to use the nipple shield for like a week or two or something like that, and then they're able to kind of get the hang of it without it. We were not able to get the hang of it without the nipple shield until Talon was 9 months old. So it was so hard because I had this little clear piece of plastic that I would lose, and like I would lose in the middle of the night because I would think I would put it on the nightstand or something and it was hard to see, or like you would like try to, you'd be fumbling around with it trying to put it on while trying to nurse your baby, and it just it was just quite the adventure. and I was so happy when we didn't have to use it anymore. Another thing that I had with Talon is I was able to produce enough milk for him, which so happy about, because I know there are cases where some moms can't produce enough, or you know, they end up like not being able to produce very much at all for their baby, which I can't imagine how frustrating and hard that must be. But I was able to produce just enough for him, but I wasn't able to produce anything extra, so I couldn't pump anything extra in case I needed to go somewhere or do something and have like a bottle that somebody could give him. I tried everything that I could think of, from teas to brownies to cookies like that had like fenugreek and you know, like mother's cookies and you name it, and I was trying everything that I could think of and nothing worked. I could only produce exactly what he needed, which again, I'm really happy about. But that was it. I wasn't able to produce anything extra. And with Talon, I actually ended up breastfeeding him until he was around 2.5. And I know every mom's different with kind of what age that they kind of want, you know, to be done breastfeeding, or what age their baby decides they're done breastfeeding. And that was our experience. Is after he breastfed, he did a lot of comfort nursing from age 1 until age 2. And then from about age 2, he kind of started weaning himself, which I was really, really happy about. By the way, if you hear any background noise, my boys are playing in the bedroom. So yeah, so I'm sure in most of my videos you'll be hearing some sort of background noise, or like my boys playing or something. That's just kind of, I think, how my videos are going to be, because we do live in a tiny home, so there's not a lot of room to like try to, you know, tuck away to go make a video or anything like that. So yeah, so I think that's just how my videos are gonna be, but I promise I'll try my best. Talon decided to, right when he was around 2.5, he weaned himself, which was amazing and awesome. We had an amazing weaning experience. If you want me to make a separate video about how that worked between us, I'd be more than happy to. Just let me know down in the comments if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, that was my breastfeeding journey with Talon. It was full of a lot of like difficult times and everything. I was really thankful I was able to breastfeed. I was thankful we were able to figure things out, and I was thankful that the weaning process wasn't as treacherous as some people talk about. So that was our experience, and now let's move on to Koda's experience, because his is completely polar opposite, which is so funny how that works, because once you get the hang of one thing, a whole nother thing decides to happen on the next kid, right? With Koda, he actually, right after he was born, knew for some reason exactly what to do. He was like, I got this. I was prepared. I was like, okay, breastfeeding is going to be extremely hard. Let's do this. I know it's going to take a while for him to latch. And he was born, and after, you know, he was born actually in the car. If you didn't watch that video, I will put like a little card up here so you can go and watch that video, so you can watch actually Koda's birth story and how he was born, because he made breastfeeding extremely easy, but he decided to be born in a really crazy way. So if you haven't seen that yet, go watch that and then come back to this video. So with Koda, he was born and in the car, and of course we made it to the hospital, and after everything got settled down, and you know, he was able to be in my arms and everything like that, he latched like that. Just instantly latched, knew exactly what to do, and it was the most amazing thing. I was so taken aback by it, and I was like, well, this works out great for me. And another amazing thing is my milk came in very quickly, and not only was I able to nurse Koda and produce enough milk for him, I was able to produce tons extra that I could store in the freezer and have in case I needed to do something, or you know, if Koda needed, if like I left Koda with Brandon, my husband, and I needed to leave him with a bottle or two of milk, I was able to do that, which was like, oh my gosh, like so much more freedom, right? But yeah, so completely polar opposites between the two. Koda just turned 8 months and he is still currently nursing. We have started on some solids, but he does still like to nurse for most of his meals and for comfort. So I am planning on doing the same thing that I did with Talon, where I'm just going to continue to nurse him until hopefully he self-weans. Fingers crossed that kind of goes as well this go around as it did with Talon, but I guess we will see because every journey is different. Thank you so much for watching this video about my breastfeeding journey with both of my kids. If you liked this video, please click the like button, and just so I know that you liked the video. And I would love to hear down in the comments maybe like a little bit about your journey if you're interested in sharing about it or your experience, or because I do think it is something that is talked about a lot more than it used to, but I do believe it does need to be brought up even more on the journey of feeding our babies, whether it be breast milk or formula or however we can feed our babies, and because each individual person has their own unique journey with their child, and I think there's so much that we can learn from each other and so much that we can take from each other and help to continue to support each other on. So thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.
I'm not still